In this video, we're going to explore how, from a therapeutic coaching perspective, we understand why emotions get locked in the body. So, therapeutic coaching is a methodology that integrates key elements from a psychotherapeutic approach with a solution-based coaching methodology. So, we look at the impacts of the past, but we're particularly interested in how they show up in the present and how we change them in the future. So with the therapeutic coaching map, we recognize that when we have experiences in our lives that overwhelm us, when we experience big feelings and we don't get the support we need to process them, they get locked in our body. How does that happen and why does that happen? So the why is the energy, the emotions have to go somewhere, and because the system is blocked, they don't flow through the system, they don't get released. But how do they get locked in the body? Well, one of the ways that we look at it is that the nervous system becomes dysregulated. When the experience is overwhelming, we go into a state of overwhelm. And this is what we call a maladaptive stress response, a healthy response to stress that has now become maladaptive. We go into a state of fight, flight, freeze, and our system is super activated because we're in overwhelm. But here's the thing. For us to heal and process the trauma, we need to be in a healing state. It's like when we go into overwhelm, we end up in the exact opposite state that we need to be to heal. The trauma becomes locked because the system shuts down. And then we have all the symptoms that come from that. Anxiety, because we're constantly trying to get away from the feelings. Depression, because the system numbs and shuts down. Or addiction, because we're constantly trying to change how we feel with food, drugs, alcohol, sex, whatever it may be. Our emotional body has a natural capacity to feel and to heal. Trauma switches that capacity off. We go into a maladaptive stress response and the healing doesn't happen. And so this is also an important piece of how we work with trauma using therapeutic coaching. A key piece, we cultivate nervous system regulation. As the nervous system becomes more regulated, it's almost like that capacity to feel comes back online. And now we can start to metabolize, to process that history. So trauma gets locked because the nervous system becomes activated and then our capacity to feel goes offline. We regulate the nervous system, our capacity to feel comes back online, then we can process and we can metabolize those traumas, those emotions from the past. I hope that's been helpful. If you want to find out more about training to become a therapeutic coach, you can go to therapeuticcoaching.com. You can book a discovery call and find out if this may be the training for you.